Sabo. Near Saibawa.
Hare Krishna. Please can you say how you came to Krishna Consciousness?
All right. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Kristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Dhira Swami. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sanyavadi Pastata Desatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. From my childhood, I was always worried about what happens after death. Although as a child, this desire to understand, to know what happens after death tormented me, that even sometimes I don't sleep in the night. Especially when I see so many people dying and they never came back. In African culture, we know about reincarnation, but we don't have scientific proof about it. So I had always wanted to know about that. Then I took to Christianity because that was available for us then. And I studied Bible. I studied Bible not just to earn a living, but I studied Bible to understand God and to get solution to my question. Still, reincarnation is there in the Bible, but very silent, and many people don't know about it. Once I asked our Bible teacher, it's an American lady, about the science of reincarnation. She was very angry with me. And she said, I'm backsliding. Backsliding is like what you call in ISKCON blooping. They're asking a question outside Bible. I said, no, it is in the Bible. It is there in the Bible. Reincarnation is there. Especially at the point where Jesus is asked about John the Baptist, if he is the same person who has come before. So the idea of reincarnation is there, but very silent, and many people don't go for it. So when I asked that, our teacher was angry with me, so I'm backsliding. I'm not following Christianity strictly by asking a question outside Bible. Anyway, I gave it up externally, but my mind, it was still very deep. I wanted to know about what happens after death. And I continued to search and searching until one day I got an advert on the daily newspaper. ISKCON devotees, they put, are you interested in self-realization, reincarnation, karma, and yoga? Reincarnation, this is what I'm looking for. So I copied the address and I went to the temple with my brother. Two of us, we went to the temple and I presented all my questions. Fortunately for me, the devotees are very experienced, very expert. They gave me complete answer. I was so satisfied and happy. And then I started visiting the temple regularly. Hear more philosophy. My brother who came with me, he bought Bhagavad Gita and Hari Om Sharan cassettes. These days we don't have that cassette again. It was very sweet, very cool and sweet. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So I was playing that cassette or hearing the name, and my brother was reading about Gita. Then after some time, we bought Science of Self-Realization. Oh, that was great. It was great. He finished everything that we had wanted to know. Prabhupada put everything there. So I started coming to the temple regularly, because I was attracted. The philosophy was really very deep. It was affecting me. Before then, I had read some other spiritual books before. They didn't give me satisfaction. But when I got the message on Krishna Consciousness, I was so happy. And our vision as Prabhupada was, I never thought that anyone can preach Krishna Consciousness except Prabhupada. That was, it was just there naturally, and nobody can preach about God except Prabhupada. I just got that feelings in me like that. So we enjoyed his teachings. So we're coming. Then one day I came to the temple, and I saw the devotees who were very, very busy. They were cleaning the temple. So I was surprised. And I saw the enthusiasm in cleaning the temple. I was surprised. I was wondering, what is happening? Are we preparing for a festival? They said, no, Bhakti Swami is coming. I said, who is Bhakti Swami? And then I don't have idea about Sannyas or Guru. So, Bhakti Swami is coming. He's coming. I have to come and see him. What attracted me most is not just their cleaning, their attitude. It was a big message that the person who is coming is powerful. So that provoked my interest. I would like to see that person. That although he has not come, his influence already creating enthusiasm in devotees that everybody, even those who were very slow, they were very active. Those who were not taking their sadhana seriously, they became very serious in their practice. So I had that strong desire, I will see that person. Then he came, oh, it was amazing. When he came, the kirtan, the temple room was muddy from the sweat. The devotee had the kirtan. You have to mop the temple room before he gave class. When he sat on the asana also became wet from the sweat from his body. He was sweating. I was watching him. This person, although he's black like us, but I saw that he's different. He's different. His different was his devotion, his spiritual qualities. So I was very interested. And I was attending the classes and the lectures he was giving in houses. Until one day the temple president told me, come with me. I didn't know where he was taking me to. So I followed him. But in my mind I was thinking, have I done anything wrong? He's just taking me. I was checking myself inside. So he took me upstairs and he said, so wait here. When the devotee inside comes out, you should go there. I was afraid. What will I tell him? I've never met him before. What will I tell him? But I obeyed him, so I waited. The devotee who was there with him came out, so he said, go there. So I went there. As soon as I went there, Gurudev was sitting there. And the smile was a welcome smile, like a person whom he has known for a long time. I was jittery, I was afraid somehow. So I waited there, he started talking with me. What I was doing, I answered. Then he said, so, why didn't you stay with us? Then I became afraid. Because that time, I was seriously doing music, and I love my music. So coming to the temple means I will not play the music again. So I thought I'll just say something to put him off so that I will just go away. So I told him, I will go and tell my uncle, then I will come. So he looked at me. How old are you? I said 25. He laughed, seriously laughed. I became embarrassed and became very tiny. I was just sitting there. He said, you? 25. Want to go and tell your uncle you want to be a devotee. Jesus, 5 years. Yeah, 25. So I became again very, very small. I was ashamed to have told him this. He said, come on, go, take your thing, come and stay with us. So my mind told me, don't argue with him because you cannot defeat him. So that's okay. So I left, I came down. The president said, yes, tell me. What did he say? I said, they said I should come and stay in the temple. He said, yes, go, bring our things. I went, but I didn't come back. I was thinking seriously about it. I was thinking, stay in the temple. What about my music? Will I do it in the temple? What will I do? So I didn't come back. But I didn't come back to the temple until the next week. When I came back, he had struggled. So the president said, oh, Maharaj asked you to come, you didn't come. Why? You should come. You're coming back in 2 weeks. And there will be festival. That was Janmasami. You have to come. So that's okay. He's very, very intelligent. So he said, don't worry, just come and stay with us for just 2 days. If you like, and continue. That's okay, 2 days. Okay, it's all right. So I came. I never went back again. This is how I came to Krishna Consciousness in 1982. I got the first contact is 80. I didn't take it serious. In 81, and I got another contact again. Now, and I read the whole Back to Godhead magazine that was given to me. I read it from page to page. Then I remember that one was already posted to me a year before. So I went to my back, I searched and I saw it. I took it and I read it from page to the last page before I dropped. In 82, I moved to the temple. So I practiced from the house for 1 year before I moved to the temple. So I'm happy that Krishna showed me mercy and brought me here.
Any other time that you met Guru Maharaj?
Yes, after this time, he came with Tirtha Damodar Swami and Brahmananda Swami. There were 3 Swami that time. So we had a lot of programs and hadnams, sweet. Then we were asked to go to another city to open a center. So the second time that I met him again, face to face, was the time he came to visit our new center. He stayed with us for a few days. And he was giving classes every day. And after the class, he would call us to his room and he would talk with us one-to-one, personally. So we had discussion at that time with him. At the second time that we met face to face and discussed. And then the third time I had discussion with him, he personally called for me that I should travel with him. He has other devotees with him. So we traveled together to 2 different temples. And the last one he asked me when he was leaving, so I told him we were also going to go with him. He didn't tell me anything until the last day he was leaving. And he called me and said, you have to stay here. Yeah. I thought we were traveling with you. She said, stay here. It's very, very, very sensitive and very powerful. She told me, this temple is very, very dark. Stay here, make it strong. So we're having a regular kirtan. Our kirtan is Sunday Arati is 1 hour. Kirtan is 1 hour. It is normal every day. So we're doing that every day until we came for a festival. And after the festival, and I got initiated at that time. He sent me again to another temple as a temple president. So this is how we started communicating directly, personally.
Personally, I read Black Lotus. It was very inspiring. For example, after reading that 1 week, I got many inspiration that I should do this, I should do that. I became very much serious in spirituality after that. But again, after some time, that initial enthusiasm just went away. So, how to take the inspiration of Maharaj throughout our life, so that we can practice seriously.
To take inspiration seriously, or to keep remembering everything that is enthusing in our Krishna consciousness, or to maintain enthusiasm, we should keep hearing about them. I mean, you should repeat reading the book. You should hear more about the person. Then inspiration comes, enthusiasm will remain. And Srila Prabhupada mentioned to maintain enthusiasm, sadhana should be very strong. See, if our sadhana is very strong, we'll constantly hear about the person who is very strong, powerful, who will be affected by his energy. His energy comes through the sound, it comes through hearing about him. Like Bhagavatam is about Krishna, and the devotee speaking about Krishna's activities. So when we hear about a powerful personality, or we hear directly from the person, our enthusiasm will maintain. Other way to maintain enthusiasm is that we should know the goal. If we know the goal, practically every devotee, even a new devotee, knows the goal of Krishna Consciousness, Krishna Prem. We know that the fruit of our chanting is to chanting the holy name is to get Krishna Prem. But it is not everyone who practically knows that. We may theoretically know the goal, but practically, if you don't know the goal scientifically, our enthusiasm will not remain for long. It will go down. Therefore, it is better to hear constantly. So you read the book again and again, you hear again and again from him, you see him, then our enthusiasm comes. Oh, this was so strong, it got my attention, I should do it. If you know the goal of Krishna consciousness scientifically, we will not relent on our efforts in our practice. Like the karmis, they know the goal of their activity, their pursuit. They do anything to get there because they know the goal. So if we scientifically know the goal of Krishna consciousness, the same energy will apply in our Krishna practice. So we should know the goal of Krishna consciousness, not theoretically. Theoretically, it will never give us that impetus. How do we know the goal? We should have good association. For those who are fully convinced about the goal and they are fixed on the activities of those who know the goal, will be affected by their energy. We hear from them. So Prabhupada used the word hear from the right source. The right source means what? Those who know the goal practically, scientifically. then our enthusiasm will remain steady. Like my Gurudev, his enthusiasm never goes down. Every day his enthusiasm increases. Every day, from the first day I knew him till the last day he left, his enthusiasm never goes down, always increasing, no matter what happens. Even at the worst situation, the best for him, because it helps him to increase his enthusiasm. Like Krishna Consciousness works. So, good association for those who knows the goal and they are fixed on the goal will maintain our enthusiasm. Strong sadhana, maintain our enthusiasm. Srila Goswami mentioned that. Enthusiasm, patience, confidence. He knows the reason why he enumerated these wonderful items. So we maintain enthusiasm in Krishna Consciousness. So hear more about the person. And hearing also have a science. As a science of the hearing, like Arjun had, like Parishit Maharaj had. That is hearing. That hearing maintains our enthusiasm. But what made them to hear attentively like that? Arjun was going to fight with the whole world. One person. It's like a footballer who is going to play, one footballer who is going to play against 11 footballer. A team consists of 11 players for both parties. Arjun's situation was like one person going to play against 11. There's no chance of winning. So he saw the problem before him was really heavy. Therefore, when he saw the solution, he gave full attention to it. Parishit Maharaj, he was informed they're going to die 7 days. That's not the good news. The person is going to die in 7 days. Therefore, the problem is really serious. So he gave full attention to the solution to his problem. We don't have that intensity in hearing because we are still comfortable in the material. The material energy is not, we are not feeling the pain or the bite of material energy strongly like them. Therefore, our hearing is weak. These are the formula for maintaining strong enthusiasm that will never go down. The goal must be understood.
So by hearing, our goal will be clear.
Yes.
And we'll start feeling the pain of material life also.
Yes.
Then hearing will become more intense.
Yes. Yes.
So similarly, Maharaj, for example, many Prabhupada disciples and as you said, got initiated Bhakti Dhira Damodar. So they were very much new to Krishna. Definitely they are great souls, but at least on the superficial platform, they appear to be like someone who does not know anything about Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
But they took it very seriously.
Yes.
But we are coming from the same culture. We are not able to take it seriously. So is it because of the same thing? We are not hearing attentively with full eagerness to hear something. That is what is like.
Yes, many reasons. One reason is that Srila Prabhupada influence was very, very heavy on them. Prabhupada influence is there. He affected them. Second reason, Prabhupada mentioned in many of his lectures, especially at that time, just come, sit down and hear. Just hear. So they gave him that attention, that hearing. They had him. And because he was also powerful, that purity penetrated. That is how you know a pure devotee. A pure devotee speaks to plant Krishna in the heart. That is a science of speaking. It's not just an ability to speak, it's a science. That Krishna in the heart of the speaker will be planted in the heart of the hearers, the listeners, if the speaker has Krishna. And if the student also are eager to hear. Most of them, they were already tired of material sense gratification. They were tired, they were searching for something. So when they got Prabhupada, they said, yes, this is it. So they had him with full attention. Another reason is say Prabhupada was elderly. Prabhupada, he was elderly. So, you see, elders has influence. You can't tell the elder person, hello. No, it's an offense. Even when an elder says, shut up, you keep quiet. You cannot shout back because it's not your mate. So Prabhupada has wonderful, so many facilities to plant his Krishna consciousness in the heart of his audience. The difference is that for some of us who have an Indian body, it is very easy to minimize what we have. Very easy. So some of us are following it traditionally, not Krishna consciously. Therefore, we will not give in the amount of hearing that will be able to capture that Krishna in the heart as a pure devotee is planting. Other reason is that Krishna consciousness is completely different from what we think it to be. It's different. So Srila Prabhupada, although he came from Gaudiya Math, Prabhupada came from Gaudiya Math. His guru is the founder of Gaudiya Math. Prabhupada didn't mention this, he didn't name this society something Gaudiya Math. He didn't. He called this society International Society for Krishna Consciousness. It's very deep. That is very, very deep. This society is from Goloka. It is not from here. Prabhupada brought it from Goloka, not from here. It's not part of this world. It is not another religion to compete with other religions. No, it is different. Completely different. It's Goloka. Descend here. So we have to have that proper attitude to get it. So they also have a proper disciple. They had background like we have. Not that they were in the beginning pure like today. Today they are pure devotees. Why? Because they heard properly. They heard properly. They listened to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada says, hear me. They listen. They listen. He's speaking. They were really tired of material world. They were searching for something. And Prabhupada came at that right time. And they gave it to them. So they got it. We are not on that level yet. We are not tired yet. We are still comfortable in the material world. Our body is young. Nice facility, material facility, nice education is materially. So we are still caught up with those feelings. So we will not hear properly. So as we want the guru to be bona fide, disciple also has to be bona fide. If disciple is not bona fide, only guru is bona fide, nothing will work. If disciple is bona fide, if guru is not bona fide, nothing will work. Both of them should be bona fide. So Prabhupada was bona fide, and the disciples were bona fide. So Prabhupada planted the seed, it germinated very, very fast. They listened to him carefully. Whatever he tells them to do, they did it. Even a journalist, who's a novice, coming to the temple and seeing Prabhupada and seeing his disciple. Prabhupada, what did you give to this boy? They love you so much like this. Prabhupada did not perform the artificial miracle which common people normally do. The miracle he did was his purity, his love and his compassion. If one is pure and does not know how to apply the medicine, still it will not be effective. If a doctor is powerful, qualified, but does not know how to apply his powerful medicine with his powerful knowledge, the patient will still die. So Prabhupada has a powerful medicine. He has a powerful knowledge, and he knows how to apply it. So he succeeded.
How we can be like that, detached from material hankerings, because most of the time we want to be serious, so what we do is artificially try to do some austerities, but the determination does not continue. After sometimes it just fades away.
Yes, that is where knowledge comes in. Same. Try to understand the goal. Why am I doing this austerity? Why should I do austerity? Is it to gain cheap popularity or fame from people? Or I'm doing this as a means to please Krishna so he can help me to be a better servant? If that is the goal, we will maintain it. The difficulties will experience, because austerity means what? We are voluntarily accepting any inconvenience. It's not an imposition. We are willingly accepting. That's austerity, not starvation. It's austerity. So if we know the goal and the purpose, and Prabhupada was speaking on Bhagavatam 551, and he was referring to Hiranyakasipu, Tapo Divyam. Don't perform austerity like Hiranyakasipu. It is transcendental austerity which will cleanse the heart. It's Recieved said is transcendental austerity, not the demonic austerity. So Prabhupada was making the difference. Don't make austerity like Hiranyakasipu, who was just trying to tease his son. We should do austerity to please Lord Krishna so that our heart becomes cleansed. Then he went further to say, if our heart is cleansed, why are we having so many unnecessary anxiety, frustrations, loneliness, and boredom? It's because the heart is not clean. Therefore, austerity is necessary to cleanse that heart so that we can be a better servant. Knowledge is important, and to get the knowledge, we need to hear attentively. We should hear properly. Hearing, Prabhupada recommend that we should hear. If we hear again and again and again, it will have effect. So let us keep hearing. We should keep hearing. And if you hear with good intention, why we should have good intention? Because we should know, see, whatever I do, it is not for somebody, it is for myself. It's knowledge. Whatever I do, it is not for somebody, it is for myself. If I know that, why should I pretend to eat? Why should I pretend to eat when I know that if I eat very nicely, I will get a body nourished and strong? Why should I pretend to do that? Because if I pretend, the body will not be nourished and you are not fasting. So you suffer unnecessarily. So we shouldn't suffer unnecessarily. We should do austerity which is not suffering, which is not punishment, but the means of purification, so that we could become a better servant of Krishna. Knowledge is important. Hearing is very important. And the process of bhakti begins from hearing. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I just would like to know, in this world, as Kali Yuga is progressing and people tend to be having more material comforts and all. We find like when we say somebody, please come to the temple and all, they will say yes, we will. And sometimes they come, sometimes they don't come. So is it that we are not that pure, or is it that the Kali Yuga effect is being very strong and it is taking us away from Krishna consciousness, including us, like some of who are so-called devotees, they chant, they follow the four principles and they are not able to grow spiritually when they look back at what they've been doing in Krishna consciousness for the past so many years or something, because they lack something there. Is it when you stress upon hearing and enthusiasm? Apart from that, the sadhana that is to be strong and all. So, what message we can pass on to those people who may have some little Krishna consciousness and they want that we can make them participate fully into Krishna consciousness, or somebody is not having Krishna consciousness but they can also reap the benefits of being in Krishna consciousness.
Padma Purana mentioned that a person who have not chanted the name of Vasudeva in a past life, this lifetime, it will be difficult to chant Hare Krishna. So you can see how some of us are fast, some are very slow, and some don't have interest at all. It means the way we have lived our past life is influencing our present life. That is a fact. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given a concession for us that no matter our background, we have a wonderful chance if we can have good association. That the spark of bhakti that is there to be found and will progress if we have good association. So those of us whose devotion, our interest is not so strong, who can be advised, can be encouraged to keep associating. It will help us to move faster than our normal strength. So if we keep coming, keep associating, and try to hear nicely, our situation will change. We will be able to improve significantly. And that is why a day like Ekadasi is very, very necessary. Ekadasi is a wonderful opportunity to maximize our piety for Krishna consciousness. Krishna specifically arranged for these 2 days to help us. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur recommends Ekadasi days, Janmashtami, Gaur Purnima, and all these wonderful days. We should take serious advantage of these days, and it will help us a lot. We will move very, very fast in our practice.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.